Hey people, so currently waiting for the snow to defrost off my car. So I wanted to talk about how to negotiate on closing costs. Right, so we're skipping a few steps here. The first thing when it comes to buying a home is to actually look at what you qualify for. So that's understanding your credit score, understanding how much you make, understanding what your debt to income ratio looks like. And then you start to find your real estate agent. And upon finding your real estate agent, you then start to look at properties. You don't look at just one property or two properties or three properties and instantly fall in love. No, you need to do your research. You need to look around and say, wow, this is a place that I can live in for at least 5 years. Once you've looked at least 10 homes, and trust me, I've looked at way more than 10 homes, but once you've looked at least 10 homes, then I would say that you're in a good position to understand what you can afford and what you should be purchasing. Right? Now, you negotiate with the seller, and after your real estate agent does a fine job of negotiating for you, you then say, okay, I'm okay with the numbers. Let me now focus on sealing the deal. So you put down your deposit depending on the real estate agency that you use. You then find an inspector to do your home inspection. And when doing your home inspection, you might find that there is absolutely nothing wrong in the property. And to that, I would say, great. That is better than anything else, to find absolutely nothing wrong in the property. But in a home inspection, one thing that we can guarantee is that you will find something wrong with the property. And that's why we always get a home inspector, because there will always be something wrong with the property. And the reason I'm screaming is because I got the heat on high, and we're just trying to, defrost everything here. So when you do find something wrong with the property, you got to figure out what is actually worth negotiating on. For example, in Columbus, Ohio, there's always some foundational damage in the properties that I'm looking at. For whatever reason, they're always built prior to 1990 or 1980. And so they typically need some foundational structure or fortifications, right? And that will typically run you at least $4,000 to $5,000 in the price range that I'm looking at. And so with the cost of ownership, typically there is room in the budget for a $5,000 credit. And I always ask for that $5,000 credit when it comes to foundational work. There may be some electrical stuff that needs updating. Typically, I will never buy a house that needs a roof repair in the near future. And so that's not a problem that I've necessarily had to worry about either. And so now that we've got our home inspection and we've looked at the report and we have 3 days to finalize our offer, we're now negotiating on the closing costs, because we know that there are some things wrong with the home that we need to get taken care of, and I don't want to pay for that on top of paying for the home. Typically, they are willing to, they're willing to pay these costs, especially now that interest rates are soaring higher than ever. When I say higher than ever, I mean higher than the last 10 years. And so, they're willing to negotiate because they're just happy to have somebody interested in purchasing their home. And so $5,000, $10,000, they're definitely willing to negotiate on that and help you with your closing costs. So now when you go to the closing table, you still pay that same amount that you've negotiated for. However, they will give you a check at closing for that credit that you are due to the damages that they need to rectify. Or instead of having that closing cost, they will pay to have that done themselves. What I would always say is just get the credit, just get the check, because you will hire the best person for the job rather than them, because they will probably try to cut corners and get something cheap, whereas you are going to try and do the best job for your property. And so I would always say, to get the check and hire people that you trust, preferably that have a warranty in place. For example, all of my homes have foundational structural repair, and they have a 15-year warranty on it. In the next 15 years, I can guarantee that whatever the Fed does, whatever the market does, my home will go up in value. And in 15 years, I can sell with a warranty in place. And therefore, nobody's going to ask me for a credit for a foundational repair or anything of the sort. With that being said, I know that I'm in a good position because I found the best person for the job. So with that being said, yes, it is great to always get your home inspection done. Never waive home inspection contingencies like you saw in the last couple of months leading to the end of 2022. That is a very, very bad mistake, and that can lead to people buying a home that needs $50,000 or more in damages, right? So we want to ensure that we're not buying junk that is just going to fall apart on us in the coming future, but we're buying a home that is sturdy and that is able to support us and that doesn't have any major repair costs in the near future. Trust me, I have stepped away from multiple deals that I thought were gem deals, that I thought was steal of a deals, because they needed so much foundational repair work. And sometimes the cost of doing it yourself outweighs the cost of buying a home fully fixed and ready to go. Therefore, some homes are not worth repairing, depending on the market and depending on what is needed to be done, unless you're a handy person and you're able to do some of those repairs yourself. Hiring out can cost you a fortune, right? So it's important to understand that you will always need a home inspector, and it's okay to walk away from a deal that simply does not work, because there will be deals that simply just do not work, right? And so when you find something that needs $20,000 in repairs or something like that, and the home is affordable and they're willing to give you a credit for $20,000 or even $15,000, then it may be worth looking at. It may be worth getting into, even in this market. So again, do your due diligence. Make sure you got a great real estate agent. Make sure you have a great inspector on your team. Make sure you find a great loan originator to get you the best rate possible. And when you find those three things, make sure you find a great home in a great location, and then you sign those papers and you close on that deal, and I promise you, you will not be disappointed, right? So those four things will help you in your process into home ownership. And again, doing your research, looking at least 10 homes that will definitely benefit you more than you think. Even if you find a home that you think is the best home in the world and it's going to be gone like that if you don't buy it right away, listen, it's worth the wait. It's worth the wait. You'll find another one within 3 months that will suit all of your needs. I promise you. And you will not be disappointed. You will not feel as though you missed the boat. Yes, there's still some homes that I think about, but it's not like, oh my God, I wish I had pulled the trigger on that. No, there's absolutely not one home, even that duplex that is in the back of my mind that is now by a stadium. There's not one home that I would say I made a bad decision on, right? It's better to make a good decision than any decision, right? And so as long as you've made a good decision on the property that you bought, you won't ever, ever, ever question the decisions that you've made, right? If I had made a bad decision, then I would be like, damn, maybe I should have got that duplex instead. But because I haven't made any bad decisions, I'm very, very happy and comfortable with the decisions that I have made, right? I'm comfortable knowing that I did my due diligence. So if this video provided you any guidance, any help in your property investment or primary ownership of a home, please like, comment, and subscribe for more content like this. I will definitely be posting daily, every single day. And so look out for that. Look out for new content from me. And if you have anything that you would like me to talk on or cover, please put it down in the comment section below so that I can help you in your journey to financial freedom. We are investing for the future here. And if you're looking to be multi-millionaires, then this is the channel for you. Again, like, comment, and subscribe, and have a blessed day. Peace.